Welcome back to Zach Collect Stuff. I think I bought myself into another mountain of junk era baseball cards. Sports cards, I guess. There's a bunch of other things in there, I think. Two overflowing totes of what appear to be sports cards, non-sport cards, and that's pretty much it in there. But two totes, they were $20 per tote at Crown Point Toys. There was actually a third tote, but it only had a couple things in it, which he threw in for an extra $5. So $45 for this mountain of junk era. This might be concerning because I keep telling myself that I'm going to cut back on my collection. I'm going to get rid of stuff, clear out the stuff I don't want, and I come home with two giant totes full of cards to go through. But this is more for you guys to look and see what's out there, what collectibles are still available, and for good deals. Because even if it is all junk era, there should be still some Hall of Famers in there. Let's go digging and see if we can find anything else that's cool in this collection. And fingers crossed, I didn't just throw $45 out the window into a bunch of cardboard that may be better suited for the fire pit. And if nothing else, at least we have fun looking through terrible sports card photography in the midst of all this. After the dust settles on the mountain of junk era wax, this is what I'm left with. Let's go through some of the highlights. Start out with 3 stacks of these basically 10-cent cards. Now, some of them might be a little bit more than that. Some of them might be a little bit less than that. But just to give you an idea of what's in the 10-cent stack here, some great names, some really cool cards. This is the newest, basically, I think, of the cards that I found in there. Mostly early 80s to mid 80s with a couple things venturing into the 90s. And so there's a stack of those, but this is pretty much the most of what I find. Some early 90s tops with some good star names in there. Barry Bonds. But these will basically just kind of populate my 10-cent bin. Really good condition, 1992, 93 tops, some golds in there, no big names in the golds. There's a bunch of 90s top, 1991 tops. We get into some of the 80s stuff here, some Hall of Fame names in here, some great stuff. There's a Quisenberry, I love that picture. It's like a happy guy. There's a great card to go in my Tigers PC, Lance Parrish. Didn't find many of 1980 tops, so I was hoping for a Ricky Henderson in here. Hoping for any of the big rookies from 81 or 80, 82, and 83, but did not find any of those big rookies. But some great names, some Hall of Fame names in the midst, some Fernando Mania. This stack is more of the same, more Hall of Fame names. A Rob Deere rookie, not a Hall of Famer, but Dennis Eckersley, Joe Morgan, Tim Raines, Lee Smith, the Smith Bros, Jack Morris, Harold Baines, Carlton Fisk. So just a ton of these early to mid 80s tops and Donruss and Fleer in decent condition. This stuff, and here's some 86s, obviously. Some really cool cards. If you're an 80s baseball collector, the names that you wanted to have are in these stacks. That's who they were collecting the right names. Who knows? Maybe the collection had some of the better names, like the Ripken rookie, the Sandberg rookie, the Ricky Henderson rookie, the Tony Gwynn rookie. Maybe he had some of those in cases somewhere else. But I found a nice 84 Cal Ripken. Looks pretty good. I'm going to put that one in a case. That'll go on my Ripken PC. A bunch of these 80s Nolan Ryan's cards. There's a Thurman Munson in pretty good shape. That one's 1978. Nolan Ryan. There's a cool San Diego Chicken. 1983 Donruss. What a cool card. So, some more Nolan Ryans. There's a Carl Yastrzemski from 1981. Ryan Sandberg, 84. More Nolan Ryans. Yastrzemski, George Brett. There's a bunch of Pete Rose in here, which I thought was pretty cool. Obviously towards the end of his career, so none of the earlier stuff, but still some pretty cool cards. Rose and Carlton, super cool card there. Thought this one was pretty cool. This is the Topps traded card from 1984. It's got him on the Expos. Pretty decent condition. The surface has some scratching issues. Pete Rose, more Pete Rose. Ken Griffey Jr. snuck in there from 1991. Tim Raines, Ozzie Smith, Carlton Fisk. Some names that I thought were pretty cool names. Pretty collectible names, so I tossed them in here together. More George Brett, Rod Carew, Mike Schmidt. There was a whole page of Mike Schmidt in one of the binders in the bins. A couple of these 1985 All-Stars. 84 Schmidt, 83, 81. So, super cool stuff there. Dave Winfield, more Mike Schmidt. And just an assortment of names from the early 80s. Just those Hall of Fame stud players that you wanted to have in your collection. There was some basketball in the mix. The basketball was a little bit newer than most of the baseball stuff that I found. This collection was really weird, and where I found it was at Crown Point Toys, so who knows how they got into the sports card collections that they got. But they probably weren't going through and pulling out stuff, is my guess. But a lot of these collections, a lot of the cards that are in here are just duplicates. Like, I don't know how many of the Jerry Stackhouse court perspectives I have, or the Dikembe Mutombo court perspectives, but there's a ton of these duplicates. And you would think, like, the Upper Deck set was a pretty big set. So why do they have so many duplicates of the same players in this collection? Why do I need that many Juwan Howards? There's some nicer Ionics, which is kind of cool. There's a Tim Duncan, an early Tim Duncan, early Steve Nash. These are 98, 99. So these are second-year cards for Duncan. This will be a third or fourth-year card for Nash, Mutombo, Jason Kidd. There's a Peja Stojakovic rookie. That one's got a bad corner on it, but still cool to have a Stojakovic rookie. Barkley, Gugliotta, Jerry Stackhouse is a cool Pistons card. T-Mac. And then a few more of these things. So that was pretty much what made up the basketball of the collection. Nice little Jason Kidd insert there. That's pretty cool one. Cool little Grant Hill card there. I like that one. That'll go on the Grant Hill PC. Nice Charles Barkley, Double Trouble. Got a couple of the older ones here. Got Alan Lavelle, Foots Walker, Freeman Williams. I'm not familiar with these. I know this is kind of the design from the Larry Bird Magic Johnson rookie, so I'm not sure if these are kind of what the set looks like most of the time. But this one has Nate Archibald on it, which is pretty cool. There were a few different boxes of these 1996 Scoreboard All-Sport PPF Plus. I pulled out these football ones. There's a bunch of Marvin Harrison and Ray Lewis. These are rookies, I'm guessing. Early in their careers, if not rookies. But I pulled those out. There was a stack of the golds from the PPF set. I just put the better names on top. So we got Stephon Marbury, Rasheed Wallace. There's an AI. I love that one. Another Sheed. Hakeem Olajuwon, Steve Nash. Scottie Pippen. There's a couple of the Pippins. Ray Lewis, Marvin Harrison, Joe Smith. And the rest of them are just kind of names that you've heard of. Todd Green, Glenn Robinson. But none of the big names in the gold ones. Very cool to find that stack of golds in there. There's an Emmitt Smith back there. Obviously, that's not anywhere near his rookie, but a couple Emmitt Smiths, Eddie George. I think my favorite one from the golds is the AI. That one will go on the PC there. But along with those scoreboards, I found a ton of Kobe in those cards. Found a couple of these ones, so 2 of these. And I found a ton of these checklists. 1, 2, 3. I found 29 of these Kobe checklists. And on eBay, these look like they go for anywhere between $2 to $5. I would say probably closer to $1. But so cool to be able to find that many Kobes. Super cool. I was thinking that all the Kobe stuff was going to be taken out of there. And there they were. A bunch of them. And not only Kobe, but I found a ton of these AIs, these Allen Iversons. And so almost just as many of the Allen Iverson cards. These are like $1 a piece, I think, if that. But still, super cool to pull one of the best point guards in history. It's the same one as the gold one, just the base version. there were some non-sport cards in there, starting off with this pretty cool 1987 Ken Patera WWF sticker with the Hulkamania puzzle on the back. Pretty cool. Another WCW card on there. Got a bunch of these Jurassic Park cards. And this is kind of the kind of collection I'm talking about. They had duplicates of things, and then they'd have a bunch of another one and a bunch of another one, but they wouldn't have like a complete set, or they wouldn't have things built in numerical order. And so I'm not sure exactly who had the collection or what their intent was in collecting them, but this is kind of what it was. Lots of duplicates of single cards. So pretty cool to find those Jurassic Park cards. I might just give them to my son. He likes Jurassic Park and dinosaurs. Also with the non-sport stuff, I found a stack of Rambo cards and a stack of Rocky IV cards. So just movie cards. These are actually in pretty good shape. So it's kind of cool to have a good jump start on the set. I'm not sure. I haven't tried to put them in numerical order to see exactly how many I would need or where. Well, I guess here's the checklist. Let's look and see how many there are. 66 cards in the checklist. So feels like as long as there's not too many duplicates, I could be a good chunk of the way there to build the set. Same thing with the Rocky cards. There's a lot less of the Rocky IV cards, but still pretty cool. These are in really good shape. Ivan Drago. And in the midst of those, there was a bunch of the stickers from those card sets. But the stickers, this one's got some condition issue, but still pretty cool that you got 5 of the Rambo stickers, 4 of the Rocky IV stickers. The last bit of the collection, like oddball or odd-sized stuff. So going through here, have a Kellogg's lenticular of Blyleven. Have a bunch of these Hostess cards, Ray Burris, Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer, Larry Herndon, Pete Falcone, Doug DeSense, Buddy Bell, Rick Burleson, Bill North, Al Cowens. Willie Stargell's a pretty cool one, but it's in really rough shape. Frank Tanana, Eric Soderholm, Jim Rice, another Hall of Famer, Davey Lopes, Rick Manning, Larry Herndon again. I found a couple of these pretty cool Topps stickers from 1986. Got the Nolan Ryan and the Cal Ripken Jr. A couple more of those Wade Boggs. And I think is that Ken Griffey? Oh, Dave Parker. But more of the Hostess cards. There's a Jim Palmer in there. Jim Palmer's not in terrible shape, so that's nice. Larry Boa. Sparky Lyle. Some more of the lenticulars. We got Billy Williams. We got Dave Kingman. And a Honus Wagner. This is the Honus Wagner, right? It's funny to think that when this reprint came out that it was only valued at $35,000. Because now that card just sold for $6 million like 2 years ago. But it's in the millions of dollars. Some more of these cool stickers. There's a Ricky Henderson foil sticker. Back like a strawberry one, which is pretty cool. But most of them just have the stickers peeled off like they were put into the sticker book. Speaking of the sticker book, here it is, 1986 Topps sticker book. Pretty cool. They don't have most of the team stickers in there, but they do have a good amount of the All-Star stickers in here. So that's really awesome that they have these in here. Here are the better cards that I found. Here's a weird Ken Griffey Jr. reprint. I'm not exactly sure which company had made this. It's not even numbered. Obviously, it's kind of maybe a custom or maybe some off-brand. Found a bunch of these Fleer 96s. Got Derek Jeter in there, so of course I had to pull those out. The Derek Jeter, the Cal Ripken, and the Ken Griffey Jr. Now, there's a bunch of them, so I pulled all of those out. Along with those, I think they're called Tiffany or glossy versions. And they basically are the same design, but they have a glossy finish and they have like a rainbow holofoil on the name and the positions. And so these aren't super rare, but in the midst, I was able to find the Ken Griffey Jr. twice. So those are pretty awesome. Couple bucks a piece. The Cal Ripken Jr. And of course, my favorite card of the entire collection was probably this Derek Jeter Fleer Encore Tiffany that, or glossy, whatever you want to call it. I think it just looks awesome, and so that'll go right in the PC as well. Here's kind of the good cards, the cards that were case-worthy. And we have a Chipper Jones rookie. A little bit of an issue in the top corner there. Got some marking on the surface of the card. Not terrible, still in good condition, off-center quite a bit, so nice little card there. This Nomar 1992 Topps Traded Nomar Garciaparra rookie is actually pretty good. It's worth about $5. Centering is off on this one, and the corner on this one is not very good. Of course, we know that I collect Derek Jeter, so I was pumped to see that they had left this Derek Jeter rookie card in the lot. Got a Roger Clemens rookie, 1985 Topps. Super cool to find the Rocket in there. Love that. And then I found two other rookie cards from 1981. Found the Tim Raines rookie, Hall of Fame rookie card there. That's pretty awesome. In decent shape, too. The corner's a little bit of an issue there, the bottom left. And, of course, the Fernando Mania and Mike Scioscia rookie, which is a pretty awesome rookie card to get as well. Possibly my favorite part of the entire collection that I kept finding was oddball things. And so, found a few of these foldables. Ones that were in okay shape, I set aside. You can see this one's got a lot of condition issues. But they do... I'll fold this one because it's in not good shape. This was like a 3D pop-up thing. Thought that was pretty cool. And then I have one that's in pretty good shape and not folded, so I'll leave that one as is. A bunch of these Wholesome Schaefer's discs. Got Matt Noakes, Mark Grace, Ozzie Smith, Kevin Seitzer, Wade Boggs, Mark McGwire, Oral Hershiser. Pretty cool little 1989 oddball collector's edition stuff. Got another King Bees Quality Meat Snacks discs here. Got an Ozzie Smith and a Barry Bonds. I love these. They're super cool looking. The pictures are great. They're smiling on there. So, love finding stuff like this in the collections. Found some of the bottle caps. Got some good names in here. Got Dwight Gooden, Cal Ripken, Tony Gwynn, and then you got Mike Dunn. But some names that I do collect, so that's pretty cool. I'll hang on to those ones. We found a Tasty Freeze Big T Carl Yastrzemski. And this one is super cool. I love the look of this. 1978 Tasty Freeze Big T Carl Yastrzemski. It's in rough shape, but still super cool Americana stuff with this. I love the stuff like that. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, I thought this was kind of cool. It was a fold out that they had, and it talks about baseball cards and supplies. Catalog order form. The new 1987 baseball card complete sets. Super special offer. We had the 1987 Topps complete set for $28. And then you have the Donruss set for $50 and the Fleer set for $60. Or you can order all three for $130, $125. But I thought it was pretty cool just to kind of see where the prices of cards have gone. Obviously, the complete sets are still about the same price, about $50. But I think it's funny that the Fleer and Donruss sets are more money than the Topps sets, because the Topps sets now are obviously the kind of the sets to have. So thought that was pretty cool. Figured I'd share that with you guys. Just a blast from the past. If you're a collector from the 80s and 90s, you've probably seen stuff like this, and it brings back those memories of, oh man, if I could get that complete set from 1987, I'll have the Canseco, and I'll have the Bo Jackson in there. And so, kind of cool that you're looking at these prices, and it brings back those memories of nostalgia. Oh, I forgot this. How could I forget? The Gatorade Chicago Bulls pin. I haven't been able to find a comp of this exact one, but it's a 1987. I don't know if you can read the etching on the back there. A 1987 Gatorade by Peter David. Collector pin number 12. Thought that oddball stuff was super cool. It's pretty collectible. Not super high values, but there are collectors out there for this stuff. As always, I appreciate every view, every comment. What was your favorite thing that I pulled through this collection? And what did you collect when you first started collecting? I'm pretty sure my favorite thing, I love the oddball stuff. The King Bees Quality Meat Snacks discs are pretty awesome. The Derek Jeter rookie card is, of course, one of my favorite cards of all time. So that was pretty cool to find that one in there. But I just loved pulling Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer from the 1980s cards. And just it was a flashback, and it was definitely worth, to me, it was worth the $45 that I paid for the 2 full totes, 2.5 totes of baseball stuff. As always, I appreciate you and I appreciate every view. Keep collecting, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon.